There was a day I looked in the mirror, and I didn't recognize myself. I had a job, I had a roof, I had food, but inside I was empty. It wasn't sadness, it was something worse, indifference, as if life was slipping through my fingers, and I was just a spectator. Until I found one line, just one sentence, hidden in an old book by Napoleon Hill, a phrase that changed my life. Today, I'm going to share it with you. But not just that. I'm going to show you the most invisible, underestimated, and powerful habit that exists. The only one that truly transforms. It's not motivation. It's not discipline. It's something deeper. Something that rewires your mind from the inside. If you're tired of feeling like you're going in circles, if you're craving a new beginning, stay until the end. Because this video won't just motivate you, it will transform you. Napoleon Hill wasn't a millionaire. He didn't invent a world-changing company. And yet, he transformed millions of lives. How? Because he had access to what almost no one else had. The inner minds of the most powerful men in history. Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison. Hill spent over 20 years researching one thing. What do people who achieve the impossible have in common? And what he discovered wasn't some magical secret. It was something so simple, so basic, that almost everyone overlooks it. It's not in expensive courses. It's not in modern gurus. It's in the essentials. One habit, a daily practice. Something all those giants did, and something you can start doing today. They called it the beginning of all change. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to apply it. The biggest problem is not that you don't have goals. It's that you wake up every day with no clarity, no energy, no direction. And the worst part, you've normalized it. The alarm goes off, and your first decision of the day is to hit snooze. You rush out the door, scattered, with your mind juggling 1,000 things. And at night, you come home exhausted, frustrated, feeling like you lived on autopilot. You get home, and there are no answers. Just more distractions. TikTok, Netflix, notifications, noise. You're busy all day, but you're not moving forward. And that hurts. Because deep down, you know you have potential. You know you were made for more. But every day without purpose makes you doubt yourself a little more. You read a book, watch a video, feel inspired for a bit. But by day 3, you're back to the same loop. It's an invisible cycle, draining you without you noticing. Napoleon Hill said it like this: failure comes when you allow routine to shape who you're becoming. And that's what's happening today. Routine is shaping your mind, not your dreams. Your life is being built like a house, brick by brick. The problem is, if you don't choose the bricks, someone else will. And you'll end up building a life that looks nothing like the one you dreamed of. The habit is this: write your purpose with absolute clarity and repeat it twice a day, out loud, with emotion and truth. Sounds simple, even ridiculous, but that's exactly why it works. Because the mind doesn't respond to what's complicated, it responds to what's consistent. Hill called it a definite purpose, and he said no success is possible without it. Most people wake up with no idea what they're building. They live reacting instead of creating. But the ones who change their destiny start their day by remembering exactly who they are, what they want, and why they're here. They don't just think it. They say it. They feel it. They program it. I tried it, full of skepticism. I grabbed a piece of paper and wrote what I truly wanted. How much money? What kind of lifestyle? What kind of man I needed to become? and I started reading it twice a day. At first I felt silly. No one was listening. But I was, and that was enough. After 1 week, my energy changed. After a month, I made better decisions. After 2 months, I couldn't tolerate anything that pulled me away from my purpose. It wasn't magic, it was focus. Because when you repeat something every day, you don't just memorize it, you make it real in your mind. And what your mind believes, your life starts to reflect. The first few days go great. You feel motivated. You repeat your purpose. It feels like a new chapter is starting. But then, the voice appears. It doesn't shout. It whispers, "It's okay to skip it today. This isn't working. Who do you think you are?" And if you're not careful, you believe it, because that voice comes from within. And sometimes it sounds just like you. It's the mind, conditioned by years of doubt, fear, and failure. It's the echo of all those times you started something and didn't finish. But listen to me carefully. That voice is not you. It's your past trying to keep you in the familiar. Because the unknown, while it promises freedom, also brings fear. And that's where most people give up. On day 10, 20, 30, right when transformation is about to begin. Because what's real isn't just what you can see. What's real starts inside. In the silence, when no one claps, when you feel like you're not moving forward, but you keep going anyway. That's where you're rebuilding your identity. I felt that battle too. I felt like a fraud. I thought, this is ridiculous. I'm talking to a piece of paper. But I kept going, because I realized something. It's not about being motivated. It's about being committed to yourself. And that commitment is what saves you when everything else fails. It's what separates the average man from the one who writes his name in his family's history. There were no fireworks, no signs from the sky. Just one morning. Silence. Coffee in hand. I repeated my purpose as usual. But this time, I didn't just say it. I felt it. It wasn't words anymore. It was certainty. It was as if the man I dreamed of becoming had always been inside me, just waiting to be recognized. That day didn't change the world. I changed. And that changed everything. I closed a deal that had been stuck for months. A friend reached out with an unexpected partnership. But beyond the external, the most valuable thing was this. My mind stopped doubting. I no longer needed external proof to believe. I believed first. I acted first. And then the results followed. I understood something Hill once wrote. The universe responds when you act as if your desire is already real. It's not mysticism. It's psychology. It's practical faith. Because when your mind is focused, it stops looking for excuses and starts looking for solutions. And when you have a clear purpose, your energy shifts, your language shifts, your decisions shift. And then, the inevitable happens. The world begins to treat you the way you treat yourself. After 90 days, I was no longer the same. Yes, I was earning more money. But that was only a part of it. The real change was clarity. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I would no longer tolerate. I had an internal compass. And that's worth more than any course, any mentor, any hack. I started making decisions faster. Saying no without guilt. Stopped over-explaining myself. My words changed. My relationships changed. The way I talked to myself changed. I no longer needed others to believe in me, because I had learned to believe in myself, out loud, every morning. That was my invisible training, repeating my purpose until my body believed it, until my mind protected it, until the world reflected it. And then I understood what Hill meant when he said, "You become what you think about all the time." Because yes, there are gray days. There is doubt, exhaustion, fear. But when your mind has direction, everything else falls into place. Not by magic, but by decision. So I'm telling you this from the heart. You don't need more motivation. You need a daily declaration that reminds you who you are. Change isn't pretty. Change hurts. Because change means killing the part of you that kept you safe for years. But if you have the courage to hold one single habit, just one, for 90 days, you will prove to yourself that you can rewrite your story. The habit isn't magical. It's uncomfortable. It's lonely. And often it feels useless. But there, in that silence where no one sees you, that's where your new identity is born. One that is no longer driven by fear, but by purpose. So today, start. Grab a sheet of paper. Write your purpose in detail. How much money do you want? What life do you deserve? Who do you need to become to earn it? Read it in the morning and at night. Do it with faith, with intention, with truth. And don't skip a day. Do it for 90 days. When you're done, come back here. Tell me in the comments what changed. And if this video stirred something inside you, share it. Subscribe. But above all, apply it. Because the world doesn't need more motivated people. It needs men and women with purpose who do what they must, even when they don't feel like it. And if you're one of them, welcome. This channel is your home.